Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Muhammad Haris Mushidi. Today, our group will be presenting about biomass energy as a renewable energy source. This presentation is prepared by Group F. This is our team members, which is Shahira, Harid, Nicholas, Azhari, and me, Haris. These are the main content of our presentation. First, we will explain what biomass energy is, following by energy policy, current trend in Malaysia, challenge, statistic, advantage and disadvantage, and finally the issue and the conclusion. Alright, next, what is biomass energy? So, biomass energy comes from organic material such as plant, agriculture waste, wood, and even animal manure. These materials are converted into heat or electricity and fuel. It is considered renewable because the material can be replaced naturally. There are 4 types of biomass energy, which is wood and wood waste, animal manure, agriculture residue, and organic waste.
My name is Shaila Rila binti Zakaria Ansari. This plan explains the main energy policy in Malaysia that support biomass energy as a renewable energy source. First, we have the feed tariff policy. Under this policy, electricity generated from biomass is given a fixed selling price. This is important because it's given confidence to the investor and procedure. Biomass power procedure are also allowed to sell electricity directly to the national grid, which encourage more biomass power generation. Next is National Biomass Strategy Action Plan. This strategy provides a national roadmap to develop biomass industry in Malaysia. It's focused on using biomass from sources such as palm oil waste and agricultural reduce. Biomass is officially recognized as a renewable energy source and green feedstock, supporting both energy production and industrial growth. Lastly, we have the National Energy Policy. The main goal of this policy is to diversify Malaysian energy source by promoting biomass energy. Malaysia can reduce dependence on fossil fuel and move towards cleaner energy. This policy also supports sustainability development by balancing economic growth, environmental protection, and energy security. This slide explains about the current trend in Malaysia about the biomass energy. First, Malaysia is increasing to use the renewable energy, including biomass. Biomass and biogas projects have added renewable electricity to the national grid. Many of these projects are development under the feed-in tariff scheme, which support renewable energy growth. Next, the government is giving more support through the feed and e-bidding. Agencies like SEDA Malaysia approve new biomass and biogas projects. The e-bidding system have attract more investors and increase renewable energy capacity. Lastly, the biomass industry is growing. Local companies are producing more biomass fuels such as palm kernel shell and wood pellet. These fuels are used for electricity generation in Malaysia and also export to the other countries.
Assalamualaikum. Today we are looking at the environmental footprint of biomass. While often discussed as a renewable energy source, its true value lies in how we manage 5 critical environmental areas. Our goal isn't just to produce energy, but to do so while protecting the planet's natural system. First, let's look at the atmosphere. One of the primary goals of using biomass is to improve air quality by reducing nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide. These are the main culprits behind smoke and acid rain. Unlike coal or oil, biomass can be burned much more cleanly. Furthermore, we aim for carbon neutrality. Think of it as a closed loop. The carbon dioxide released during energy production is the same carbon dioxide the plants absorb while growing. This results in a low to no net increase in atmospheric carbon, which is vital for combating global climate change. Moving down to the ground, biomass production acts as a tool for soil conservation. By using deep-rooted energy crops, we can stop topsoil erosion and keep nutrients in the ground. This plant also perform carbon sequestration, literally locking carbon away in the earth. This leads directly into water conservation. A healthy biomass field acts like a giant sponge. Instead of rainwater running off and causing flood, the land retains the water, recharging our local watershed and keeping our stream flowing even during dry spell. Finally, we have the issue of biodiversity, which is really a matter of management. This can be a double-edged sword. If we clear-cut a natural forest for fuel, we lost biodiversity. That's a negative. But if we replace a degraded conflict with a diverse crop like a switchgrass or willow, we create a thriving new habitat for birds and pollinators. The impact, positive or negative, depends entirely on our choice. In conclusion, biomass is more than just a fuel. It's a strategy for integrated land management. When done correctly, it protects our soil, stabilizes our soil, and preserves our water.
Next, I'll explain the main challenges of biomass energy in Malaysia. So the first challenge that we face is feedstock supply and logistics. So biomass resources such as palm oil waste and agricultural residues are seasonal, and they are scattered across different locations across Malaysia. So this makes the collection of and transportation of the biomass very difficult, and it will also increase the operational costs, and especially for power plants that are located far from the plantations. So the next challenges that we face in Malaysia are the high initial capital costs. So biomass power plants require expensive equipment such as boilers, gasifiers, and emission control system. So this high upfront investment can discourage private companies from adopting biomass technology. So another challenge is the technology and efficiency. So compared to the typical fossil fuel power plant and other solar power plants, biomass energy generally have a lower efficiency and require very skilled operation and regular maintenance to ensure stable performance. So in addition to that, policy and financial limitation also slow down the biomass development. Although incentive exists, but they may not be sufficient to support large-scale projects, and it will also not attract long-term investment from other companies. So lastly, there are environmental and social concerns about biomass, such as air emission, ash disposal, and land use issue. So if biomass issues are not managed sustainably. So in conclusion, overcoming this challenge is essential for biomass energy to play a stronger role in Malaysia's renewable energy transition. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Zulkifli, and today I will talk about the advantage and disadvantage of biomass. The advantage of biomass is a renewable energy source because it comes from natural material like agriculture waste, wood, and animal waste. It helps reduce waste by turning waste into useful energy. Biomass is also carbon neutral because the carbon dioxide release is almost the same as what plant absorb while growing. It also helps improve energy security by reducing dependence of fossil fuel. However, there are some disadvantages of biomass. Biomass can cause air pollution if it's not well controlled. Large-scale biomass production may compete with food crop for land. It also has lower energy efficiency compared to fossil fuel and need high initial costs. Lastly, the supply of biomass is not consistent because it depends on season. In conclusion, biomass is useful, but it must be managed properly.
Next, I will present about the statistic and fact figure. So based on the graph, in 2023, the global energy supply reached 622 exajoule, and most of it still come from fossil fuel, which make up more than 18%. However, renewable energy is grow quickly and has reached about 15% of total global energy. So biomass is one of the important renewable resource, and wood fuel is the most commonly used type of biomass, especially in regions like Asia and Africa. This shows that even though fossil fuel still dominate, biomass is playing a bigger role in the world energy system. In conclusion, biomass energy is a renewable and sustainable energy source that can reduce waste and support a cleaner environment. Although it has challenges like land use and efficiency, but technology improvement are helping make biomass energy an important future energy option. So that's all from us. Thank you.